Hello, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to take a look at my list of vehicles I've owned in the past in a little bit more detail. Um, I wrote them all out. They were previously written on a different paper, but I tried to put them more into an order from when I first started getting my vehicles back when I was 15, 16 years old, somewhere in there. So that at this point dates back like 30 years, so it's a little hard for me to get it perfectly, but it's I think the list is pretty complete at this point. I'm pretty satisfied. And I'm young enough, I'm going to have a lot more vehicles in my future because I like to have different vehicles. I like variety. So if you want, you can pause the video or whichever and take a close look at the list. The bikes at the bottom, there was 5 different motorcycles that I've had. Those were kind of scattered throughout, but I just grouped them in a little list because I wasn't sure if I was going to try and collect the vehicles or not. But the vehicles that I do find at the stores and different things, for now I'm just going to find pretty close representations of what I had. Like this one's an 84 Mustang SVO, and I had an 85 Mustang GT, so it's very, very close to what that looks like. So that's how I'm going to start this collection for now. I know I spoke of this in a previous video, so I'm kind of repeating myself, but if you didn't see that video, one of my side collections or goals for this hobby is I want to find a vehicle that represents virtually everything on this list. And then as time progresses, I'll focus on trying to find castings that are very or the exact year, and then possibly in the future I may even consider looking at changing paint colors, because not all of these, definitely I didn't have these in these paint colors, but it's more for my for me to remember later on as time progresses too, that I can always look at this little collection as I build it. I can look back and remember different cars that I had, different trucks and different stuff, and it's just an interesting thing. And in the hobby, what else do you do? Like, some people keep everything in boxes, they never open it up. Some people collect loose, some people do customizations, some people just want to collect complete sets, one through 5. It just depends what you personally want to collect. So for me, I can collect things that I'm interested, that's for sure, but I think this gives me kind of a direction to go. But this will happen on the sidelines because I only find cars that are on this list once in a while at the stores. It's not very often that I'm coming across them, but when I do, I'm gonna buy them and we're gonna open them and we're gonna check them off the list. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cross a few off this list. Sorry if you hear my dogs barking in the background. It's garbage day today, so the garbage trucks are out making a lot of racket. Hopefully the dogs don't carry on for too long. Okay, so in no real particular order, I'm just going to grab at these cars. So there's an 80 Camaro. So I just got to find them on my list here. But I'm just I'm going to find them, and I'm just going to put a little check mark beside that I have now added it to my collection. A 98 Civic. This will take me a moment here. 98 Civic. Okay. 2006 Mustang. I just keep seeing the 2006 Tiburon. Here it is up here. Okay. And then there's an 87 Chev C10. 87 C10. Okay, and this one's going to represent my 78 C10 that I had. And then eventually if I can find, or a 78 C20, eventually if I can find something that's a little closer, I'll definitely put that in its place. Okay, and then we have a 92 Mustang. It's pretty close to, I had an 88. it's pretty close to the same. It's the exact same body style. Mine was a hatch also, just as this one's a hatchback. So I'm going to add that one on to my list here. That was an 88 Mustang down here. Okay, and then the 84, we already said we're going to use that as the 85 Mustang, which must be up here somewhere. Okay, and then this will act as like my 93 Civic that I had. I did have a couple 93 Civics. There was a red one that I had and a blue one. The red one had a blown head gasket, and I think there was a problem with cylinder number 1. So that car I never actually got to use. I bought it. I had it for a while. I tinkered. I cleaned it up a little bit, and I tinkered with it a bit, but nothing came of it. I ended up selling it off. But this one's going to represent my blue 91 Civic Si that I had. And then this guy here, I had a 93 Silverado Z71. And good luck finding that on my list now, hey? 93. Oh, here it is. Yeah, 93 Z71. So that one's going to represent my 93 Z71. Okay, so I showed you in a previous video too, I found a couple of these bikes. I didn't open them yet. I don't know if I will yet, because I don't know if I have a way to get these to sit still or to stand to display them. But anyway, a KLR. So Kawasaki KLR 650 is one of the vehicles that I had, one of the bikes. I had a 2009 KLR 650. All right, and then I also showed you the Suzuki GSXR 600. Okay, I had a 04. Yeah, it was an 04 GSXR 600. All right, I currently have a 2015 KTM Adventure 1190. This one's not the Adventure 1190, but it is a KTM, and it's pretty close to the same color scheme as my bike. So for now, I'm just going to add this one in. All right, so it's a 2015 KTM that I currently have. Okay, and so that takes care of the stuff that I have already opened. All right, so first up, I have a few to open. So first up, we have a 2019 Ford Mustang Coupe. This camera may not focus, but so I have a 21 Mustang GT right now. This is a very, very similar car, just mine's white with some black accents on it. This one's just black, but if I find a nice white one that's got a black spoiler and black tinted windows and stuff, then I'll add it in its place. But for now, we'll take this as a representation of my current Mustang. Okay, so for 21 Mustang GT, right here, it's too bad it's so small, because in theory I had a 2020. Oh, I can't even hold it, so small. I had a 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Mine was white, but basically exact same thing as that. But I'll wait until I find one that's a 1/64 scale. I'm not going to use the little Nano to check it off my list, but that is a representation of one that I had. All right, okay, moving on. So this one here is a 2016 Jeep Wrangler. So this is the JK variety, if you're a Jeep person. And my 2012 that was on this list, I had a 2012 Wrangler 2-door. Okay, JK. So this one's a 2-door. So I'm going to use that one as a representation for that vehicle. I'm going to open it up. This one's Matchbox moving parts. Okay, so something should open. Looks like the door's open on it. Put all the garbage out. Will it just come on out? Oh, it looks like it's coming out nicely. Last moving parts when I opened didn't want to come out so nicely. Alright, so it's got some surfboards on the top, which I'm not going to keep on the top. All right, looks like little moving parts is the doors that open. And chance to, yeah, nothing else opens. So my Jeep that I had 2012, it was in a black forest green color. Most weather it looked like it was just black. Anything overcast it looked black, but in the sun it sparkled green. It was a really nice looking paint job on that unit. Okay, so that one's going to represent my 2012. And it was up here, 2012 Wrangler. Okay. Next one I have here. Okay, so this one here is a 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL. It is the JLU 4-door. I currently have a 2018 Jeep Wrangler JLU 4-door. Mine's kind of a darker silver color or a light gray. So this one's going to represent that. And if I happen to find one that's the same color as mine in a 1/64 scale, then I'm gonna put that in its place, of course. I don't know if I'll get to painting this or not. Sorry. A little matchbox if I so wanted to put it in there, of course. Ditch the garbage. Okay, so nothing's gonna open on this, and it didn't claim it would. Okay, it does feel like rubber tires. Okay, so that Jeep's gonna mark off my 2018 that I currently have. Alright, and I got one more for this list for today. Do I have just one? Maybe I got two more. We'll see. Alright, so Greenlight showroom 86 Suburban. Okay, so I had an 86 Suburban. That was the first 4x4 square body I had. Actually, the only 4x4 square body I had. The rest were two-wheel drive. I'm going to try and get in this without slicing myself. Just give me a second here. Alright, almost there. Sorry. I'll just do this off camera here because... Oop. Car accident. Alright. I got rid of all the garbage. Alright, nothing opens. Okay, but still, nonetheless, it's got the rubber tires. It's got a metal base on this one. It's a metal body. It's two-tone. Mine was two-tone, but mine was gray, where it's dark brown, and red, where it's the beige color. I don't know if I'm going to find one identical to the one that I had, so eventually I may end up painting this one. I'm not set up to do painting yet, so I can't just start painting right now, but I hope in the near future I can start doing some painting so we can start doing some customs, but that'll be for a little later. Right now I'm just focusing on just doing some openings and creating a little bit of content anyway and building a bit of a community, but we're gonna keep on evolving as time progresses. That is the hope and the plan. It's a nice, very nice representation of the Suburban. Greenlight did a pretty good job on that. So, yeah, definitely happy to add that one to my collection. Fell into the rut on my mat. Alright, 14 minutes into this video. Okay, I got one more we're gonna open here. So it's a team pack. Okay, so we gotta cross that Suburban off there. There's an 86 Suburban. Would have been back here somewhere way back in the day. Okay, so an 86 Suburban. Alright, so this one here kind of fits my list in a way. So it's an 04 F-150 and a 2015 Ford Mustang GT. Okay, so I had an 04 F-150. Mine didn't say Falcon and stuff on it, of course. Mine wasn't a race truck, but it was still an extended cab or super cab, like Ford likes to call them, and it was had a sunroof. It was essentially the same truck, so I'm going to use this truck as a representation for my 2004 F-150 that I had. As for the Mustang, it's a 2015 Mustang. It is still relatively close to what I have right now. I could have used that one just as well as representation, but I think the 2019 is just a cleaner look. It's not as far of a stretch as this is here. Okay, let's see if we can slice into this here. Okay, coming out. Try to get all this out. Alright, more garbage. What's going on? Just trying to hold something here. Oh, because the tonneau cover comes off. That's okay, it can come off and stay off because I'm not big on the tonneau cover. Let's see if we can pop this trailer hitch off, since I'm never going to use that trailer. Nope. Bear with me for one moment here. They use such big hitches on these. Okay, that's off. Looks like I got to put the screw back in because it's a part of the chassis. It's okay. Looks like doing a wheel swap on this one will be really easy if I so chose, but it is already big fat rubber slicks on there. Okay, Sonia. Ford F-150 with the Falcon livery on it. It says Falcon right on the tires there. It's all rubber wheels. Got the skinnies in the front, the fatties in the back. Now, of course, my F-150 didn't have all that, but we'll use that as a representation for my 04 F-150. Okay, so you can also pause the video if you want. You can take a look, but we've definitely added several check marks so far. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17 so far is checked off this list. So it's a start. We're getting there. Okay, so here's the 2015, since we'll just have a look at it. I collect Mustangs anyways in the diecast, so this one's definitely not a waste. That was a good pack for me to buy. It had 2 cars that I wanted. The trailer, I don't much care for the trailers, but eventually one day if I ever get into doing dioramas and stuff like that, I guess I'll have several trailers to add. But there you go. So that's going to wrap up today's video. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the start of this collection here. It's going to be a longer journey for me, as some of these aren't going to be as easy to find. But for now, this is a pretty good start. And if you saw anything you liked here or have anything to add, go ahead and throw a comment. And thank you to anyone who's subscribed so far, and I appreciate you. And I look forward to more subscribers and growing this channel and seeing what this channel can turn into in due time. All right, well, you guys have a great day out there. Happy hunting. Take care of yourselves. Bye.